Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and I'm doing a little assembly video using the new MDF Gnomes. So here are the MDF Gnomes, perfect. And I used the Gnome dies, along with the Gnome dies extra parts, our Christmas add-ons 1, birthday add-ons, Church Add Ons, Winter Add Ons, Christmas Add Ons 3, Gingerbread Add Ons, Christmas Add Ons 2. I also used P13 stamping pad skin tones, and a bunch of pads from Doodlebug. I do have them listed on my blog. Okay, so first you want to start with a really good glue. I'm using Barely Art glue today. And I cut out the hats from, Doodlebug pattern paper. It doesn't really matter what, really. You can use any pattern paper you'd like. Make sure they go the right way. I almost put it on backwards. There we go. You want to line it up. Use a lot of glue. Make sure it's stuck down really well. And what I tend to do is I add on the hat and the beard. And then I will put it under something heavy, like an acrylic block, and let it dry before I move on to the next step. So there we go. I'm using my reverse tweezers. All my die cutting today was done with my Anna Griffin Mini Empress machine. There we go. And I do weight it down, as you can see. Now I'm pulling out beards. These are dark chocolate beards from Paper Tray ink, and I used white daisy ink around the edge just to, give it a little emphasis because it's a dark color. There we are, and it lines up perfectly with the MDF little gnomes. So, this is just so easy to make. And, you could make tags with these, ornaments. I'm making ornaments. I make ornaments for my Christmas table every year, one for everyone that comes. And then I have a few special people that I, give out these gnomes to. If I'm going to a Christmas party, I'll add a couple in the bag along with, some cards or something else, some treats. Okay, now this is soft stone cardstock from Paper Tray ink. Same thing, just lining it up with the MDF cutout. And then weight it down. You want to get really good coverage with the glue, and you want to make sure it has good contact with the wood. And other than that, you're all set. So I do weight down the mustaches as well. I like to overlap the hats a little bit. So right now, really, you are just putting together gnomes like you would for a card. Okay, so next I'm going to pop up the little noses, and those were cut out of that P13 stamping pad skin tones. Jaded Blossom usually has that in their store. Click notifications, if there aren't any in there, and you can, that way they know you're looking for it, and when they end up in the store, you'll get a notification again, just so you can pick some up again. Now, I just find it easy. Now, really, you could take white cardstock and color it with a flesh tone marker if you wanted to and cut it out. That would work just fine as well. Okay, so I do pop up the feet with Stampin' Up! Dimensionals as well. I use the miniature ones on the noses and the large ones on the feet. And I like to pop up my little nose. And then there are your little MDF gnomes, very simple, right? So I had a few of these little things put together already from past videos, but I do assemble some on this video. So I'm taking out some trendy twine craft twine. I don't know if trendy twine is still around, but any twine works. And I just sort of loop it through and tie a knot. And there you have a perfect little hanger, for your gift or, on your tree. So I actually toyed with the idea of putting little pom-poms on the top of these little hats. I still might. I haven't made up my mind. That would be fun, glue them on with a heavy-duty glue. I was actually even thinking of jingle bells. I thought that would be fun as well. Okay, so I'm going to put together some of these little gingerbread men from the Gnome Dies Gingerbread Add Ons, and that's cut out of dark chocolate cardstock and American Crafts brown cardstock. And I did use a black marker and color the center of that, background piece with the hands, just so the, black details of the eyes and the mouth come through. I wanted mine black. You could easily leave them white, right? Okay, I'm going to put together the little gingerbread house as well and use the exact same paper, American Crafts brown cardstock and Paper Tray ink dark chocolate cardstock. So I'm just gluing those down, and I do weight them down in between just to make things easy. And I'm going to trim it in Paper Tray ink white cardstock, and you could use any cardstock really. But I like paper tray ink cardstock because it's really heavyweight, which is nice. So I'm adding on these little icing details to this gingerbread house. There we go. Now I did cut the window out of white and I'm coloring it in with a BG10 Copic marker just to, I saved myself some headaches, cutting it out, a few things all out of white at the same time. I figured I'd pull out my Copic markers to, add the color in. So there we go. So sort of like a light aqua window. I've got a little dark chocolate door, cut out of paper tray ink cardstock, and I'll stick that down as well. So these are really fun to make as little gifts or tags. Jaded Blossom now has the little girls, in the store. Remember that, you could easily do the exact same thing with the girls. Remember, you always start with the dress with the girls and work your way up. It's just the best way to do it. Okay, so now I'm adding on the little inside window to that door. I cut that out of white cardstock and used that same BG10 marker. So I've got this little peppermint, and that was cut out of paper tray ink pure poppy and paper tray ink white cardstock. And I'm just layering those up as well. And I did cut out some little gumdrops out of Doodlebug pattern cardstock in like a light pink and a green, just for fun, using that Studio Katia embellishment wand to pick them up, just because, they're really small, hard to get your fingers, to hold on to something that small, and glue it down on the spot that you want. There we go. I'm just making sure things are lined up. And there is my little gingerbread house. And I do pop up the hands with those same Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, like I said, the little ones. I use the little ones for the hands and the big ones for the feet. They fit perfectly. There we go. And then I will pull out the little hands here and get going with those. There we go. Adding the last two hands. And then there is, isn't that cute? Now I do pull out some glossy accents and some stickles later to decorate those. But for now, that's what they look like. I'm pulling out the little bow tie and the little hair bow for the gingerbread girl and boy. Cut out of paper tray ink, pure poppy cardstock. And then I'll add all the little icing details. There we go. So I cut all the icing details and the buttons out of paper tray ink white cardstock. And I'm just going to add those to each of my little gingerbread men. So there we are. I'm just going to add those little buttons with that Studio Katia embellishment wand. There you have it. So kind of cute, right? And I do weight it down in between just to make sure things are stuck really well. And I'm going to add the little icing stripe. There we go. I've been making these ornaments for my Christmas table for so many years. I don't even remember. The kids were really little when I started. So literally when they moved out, they had an entire bin of decorations for their house. All these handmade decorations, and I'll keep doing it. It's lots of fun. And, it's kind of nice to look back over the years. A lot of them are dated. I probably will date these gnomes on the back, just so, I remember. There. So I'm going to add on that icing, like I said. And these are so simple. You can have them, holding whatever you want. I just think this would be super cute. You can even have kids make these. Once you stick down the beard and the hat, and weight it down, they could really get to town decorating these gnomes. It would be really cute. There we go. So I'm just adding on that icing. And aren't those cute? I just think they're adorable. And I do weight them down, like I said. So I'm going to put together some stuff while I'm waiting. This is just a little gumdrop. There we go. All of the little Christmas add-ons are adorable, super fun to use. And that's pattern paper from Doodlebug again. All the Doodlebug papers that I used will be listed on my blog, but every year they bring out, a new collection. You could use any collection for these. I have a lot of older collections with scraps, and these gnomes are perfect to use up your scraps with because everything's small And there is my little gumdrop. I will add some stickles to that as well. This is crystal stickles, and I'm just going to dab it on like it's sugar and set it aside to dry. And I think it looks really cute. There we go. I'm going to do the exact same thing to my little gingerbread house, adding it on the roof line and along the chimney as well, and also on the little gumdrops, just to, add a little bit of sugary detail, which is, like I said, lots of fun. And I'm just making sure, cleaning that up. And I do use a secure white jelly roll pen in a number 10 to add some highlights. This time I'm just using it to add a doorknob. And then I do pull out my glossy accents to, make my little peppermint candy shiny. Remember to put that aside and let it dry for like 24 hours. Otherwise you're going to have a mess, but there you go. And I'm going to pop up the little hands on these guys as well. I'm cleaning up here. But, when I'm crafting, what I do is I usually have a movie running in front of me on my iPad, and I'll just watch something as I'm putting these things together. It just makes the time fly, and, it's lots of fun, especially when you're doing a lot of die cutting. Okay, so I'm popping up the little hands, and isn't that cute? I just think these are adorable, and they'll make perfect little ornaments for your tree. You could have a theme and, have all of your gnomes the same for your Christmas table, but mine are all going to be different. Okay, so now I'm going to make a little mug. So I'll have one of them holding a super cute little mug. Isn't that cute? It's cut out of like a pink pattern cardstock from Doodlebug, pink little hearts. I'm going to add a little sliver of dark chocolate cardstock, and that could be for coffee, tea, or hot chocolate if you like. Isn't that cute? And I do add some pink cheeks with an R20 Copic marker. And I'm going to pop up the little hands with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals again. And then you'll have a super cute little mug for one of them to hold. Just really cute and easy to put together. And there you have a super cute little mug of cocoa. I'm going to add some freckles on the cheeks with a secure white jelly roll pen in a number 10. And isn't that cute? And so your little gnome can be holding a mug. I just think that's adorable. Now I'm going to put together another little mug. This is going to be like a traditional white one, sort of like those ones that you can get those knitted hats for and, add to tiered trays, which is so fun. So I cut that out of paper tray ink black cardstock and then white paper tray ink cardstock. And I'm going to add in the little sliver of dark chocolate cardstock, for the hot chocolate. And then I will add on the white little whipping cream topping. And I'll line that up. And then I will give it some cheeks, of course, with R20, because, why not? And I will use my secure white jelly roll pen in a number 10 to add a few little freckles as well. But I will pop up my hands first with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. Now, what I do off screen is that I put together a million other little gnomes. I'm just, and I'll show you, I'll show you me assembling, like adding the little things that they're holding a little later. But it's just very simple. It's like making gnomes for cards, really, but these are more, dimensional. I'm going to pull out that same crystal stickles, and I'm going to add a little bit to my whipped cream, because why not? Make it look a little sugary, and put that off to the side to dry. The nice thing about stickles is it dries really quickly. So I did cut out this wreath. That's from the Christmas Add Ons 3, I believe. And I cut it out of some Doodlebug kind of gingham pattern paper from one of their Christmas lines. And then I cut it out of pure poppy cardstock from paper tray ink. Now there's a right way and a wrong way to line up this wreath, so just pay attention to that. There we go. I did ink around that wreath with some daisy white ink from Close to My Heart. Just any white pigment ink will do. And it just, kind of brightens the edge a little bit. And I'm going to add on the pure poppy bow using my little Studio Katia embellishment wand again. And I will pop up the hands with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals as well. There we go. So a cute little wreath for them to be holding now. There's so many options from the Jaded Blossoms Gnome Dies add-ons sets. So many. With that one, I do add some berries with some Nouveau Crystal drops in red berry. So now I'm going to put together the candy cane, cut it out of paper trink white cardstock and pure poppy cardstock using that same Barely Art glue. There we go. So I don't know if this is monotonous for you, but you know, this is what I do when I'm making my Christmas ornaments for my Christmas table. So this will be a cute one. Last year I did a gnome as well, but it was like a furry gnome. So this one is going to be kind of like a flat gnome, but it'll be super cute for, you know, for my table and for all my guests. I just think it's fun. Now on the back, what you could do is you could cut it out the white cardstock gnome base and flip it and glue it, you know, so the back is facing out. If that doesn't bother you with the stitching, and then you'll have a spot to write or stamp, you know, the year. Okay, so now I am going to put together this little present. That is from the birthday add-ons. Now remember, the birthday add-ons, you could use them holding a present anytime, right? And what's better time than Christmas time? So I'm going to add a little Christmas present, and that's with Doodlebug pattern paper and then Paper Tray Ink Pure Poppy cardstock again. So I'm just lining everything up. You'll see that I did use some of that white pigment ink around the edge of that, you know, Pure Poppy bow. And then I will weight this one down as well. And the nice thing when you have a couple of layers of Pure Poppy cardstock from Paper Tray Ink or any Paper Tray Ink cardstock, it's really nice and thick and it'll really hold up well. You'll see that the little stocking and that little ornament were all cut out of that same Pure Poppy cardstock and Paper Tray Ink white cardstock. Also on the little ornament, I used silver cardstock from American Crafts for the hanger. And I did use a secure white jelly roll pen and a number 10 to add little highlights. Isn't that cute? And there's my little guy. Oh, I'm going to add the berries now, like I said. This is from, that's that Nouveau Crystal drops. Remember, you want them really warm. I know this is a little bit too much information, but I'll stick them in my bra, actually, while I'm crafting, waiting for them to warm up. I live in Canada, and you want them to be really nice and warm and not to be clogged. And then they'll come out nice and domed, like little embellishments, perfect. And then you just don't want to get your fingers in them. So this is that red berry Nouveau Crystal drop. And isn't that cute? I just think it turned out adorable. So you just want to be careful of those to dry. Let them dry. Now, these two are from the Winter Add Ons, the Gnome Dies Winter Add Ons. And I cut it out of Paper Tray Ink white cardstock and Paper Tray Ink black cardstock. And there we go. That's for the little snowman. And like I said, the winter add-ons, you could use these all the time, right? Perfect for Christmas ornaments. His little scarf is cut out of pure poppy cardstock from Paper Tray Ink. I cut his nose out of Paper Tray Ink white cardstock, and then I just touched it with a YR09 marker from Copic, just because I didn't want to be cutting orange out as well. Now I'm pulling out an R20 and giving him a little rosy cheek. And isn't he cute? There we go. And I'm going to put together the little snowflake. Not really that hard. I'll do that in a second as well. But I'm going to add the spot where the little hands go for my snowman first. And then I'm going to add my little Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, the miniature ones. Now, like I said, I will be putting together the little snowflakes. And that's also from the Gnome Dies Winter Add Ons. So lots of fun. So I do pop up my hands again. And I will add some stickles in that crystal color again on that snowman and on my snowflake. So I'm just getting my secure white jelly roll pen and a number 10 moving. And I'm going to add a few little highlights to this snowman. Just, why not, right? I think it adds a little something. And there he is. And there it is with some stickles. Oh, I didn't show you me doing it, but I'll probably show you me adding them to this snowflake. And with the snowflake, there's only one way for that snowflake to fit onto the background piece. So you're going to want to, figure that out first, because I, of course, did not. And I kept moving it around and realizing, oh, that's not right, moving it around. And there we go. So just getting it all set. And I realized it's not in the right spot. So I had to keep moving it around until I found the right spot, and I added a little bit more glue. No one will know but you and me. And then I'm going to add on my super cute snowflake. And there we go. I love all the stitching on Jaded Blossoms little dies. I just think it adds something. And you could use this snowflake on anything, right? Just don't use that background piece. It's a really cute snowflake. I do weight it down. I'm going to add the stickles in that crystal color again. Sort of like a pinky kind of glittery iridescent vibe. So I'm just covering the whole thing. And the nice thing, like I said, about stickles is they dry pretty quick as long as you don't put too thick of a layer on. It's pretty forgiving. Now you could have cut this snowflake out of white glitter cardstock. That would have worked as well. Okay, so there is my little gingerbread house, and I'm going to pop it up on my gnome. You'll see above me, there's a bunch of different gnomes there, all set to go with their little matching things that they're holding. That one with the little Christmas tree, that's just cut out of American Crafts green and yellow and brown cardstock, along with pure poppy for the little ornaments from Paper Tray Ink. So there is my little gingerbread one. And I'm just going to keep on adding my cute little items to each gnome so you can see what the little ornaments look like. These are super fun and easy to make. And like I said, kids could make these. It would be lots of fun. Really there's, it's kind of mindless. You just do a lot of die cutting and just assemble. There we go. Isn't that cute? I just think he's adorable. He's holding his little candy cane. And then I do add some string to each one, to have a hanger. And, easily these could be little, present tags, right? And then people could use them on their tree after. That would be a cute idea as well. Isn't that sweet? Okay, so I'm going to pop up this guy's feet. And this guy has a pattern hat from Doodlebug again. And that soft stone cardstock beard. Just using my adhesive eraser, because I got a little bit of adhesive where I didn't want it. Those are worth their weight in gold. Just perfect for stuff like this. So now I'm going to pop up his little nose with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals as well. There we go. Isn't he cute? And he'll be holding a little gingerbread man. And you just want to pop that guy up. And I know I kind of go overboard with the dimensionals, but I like things to stay popped up and to stay stuck down. I'm crazy like that. So really, I'm just peeling off the backs here and getting ready. But I just think these are super fun to make. Isn't that cute? Oh, that's a gingerbread girl. And then I'm going to add on my little string again. And of course, you can even make the little hangers out of ribbon if you wanted. There we go. So kind of cute little guy, right? Yeah, I've just loved these little, MDF, gnomes. When Michelle told me that she was coming out with these, I squealed. I was so excited. I thought, oh, good, this is what my ornament can be this year. There we go. I'm going to add the little stocking. Isn't that cute? And the little patterns on their hats, I think, just makes it perfect. Because remember, you could use whatever pattern paper you have. It would make it perfect. No problems. So there is another one. These are just so easy, right? So you can just keep on adding, little items for them to hold, and it can be, anything you want. You can have them even holding little hearts if you want. That'd be cute. Little hearts with the date or something stamped in there. There we go. Isn't that cute? Oh, I just love them. They're just adorable. Yeah, I have to say I was having a hard time coming up with my ornament this year. You know, my mom died this year on October 30th, and it's been really hard, I have to say, getting ready for the holiday, decorating, like just my brain, you know, I don't know what's going on, but I'm kind of fuzzy still. It's like I've got lists all over the place. So it was really nice that these MDF gnomes came out. It was like a no-brainer, you know, for me. I thought, oh, good, I can just make those. I don't have to think too hard this year. Isn't that cute? Yeah, and actually, you know, and then I got all my mom's Christmas ornaments. So pulling those out and decorating and adding them to mine, that was sad as well. So it's been a sad year. I don't even know what to say about that, but it's been a very sad year. So there we are. So I'm pulling off all of my little backings, and there's my little tree now. And I made that, you know, prior to this. And then I will add the little hanger. So I end up making quite a few little gnomes and not that much time, really. Really, it was more the die cutting that took the time, right? The assembly of the gnomes didn't take long at all. So I'm just, like I said, popping up all these little guys. There we go. And my daughter will be in town for Christmas again, which is nice. She lives in Alberta. She's in her residency for internal medicine. And, you know, working her little tail feathers off, because that's what you got to do when you're a doctor. My son is actually a nurse at our local hospital, and he is a good guy and works really hard too. I'm a retired nurse, actually, and it seems like medical is running our family. Not really, though. My husband's an accountant. He's not into that medical stuff, although he is on our hospital board, which is kind of funny, right? Okay, there we go. So I'm adding my little items there. Isn't that cute? So it's just a really cute little gnome with his little, you know, with the little string so you can hang him up. And there we go. So I don't know if I made too many of these for you. You know, you can stop watching at any time. I just thought I'd show you me making all of my little ornaments for Christmas this year. Usually I usually go to, you know, one of our local crops. All my girlfriends get together and we scrapbook together or card make or whatever. And usually in October, I'll, you know, put my ornaments together, whether they be paper crafted ornaments or, you know, any other kind of crafting. I'll do that at that point. There he is. And this year I just couldn't. I was at the hospital with my mom most days. And so I kind of got behind in all the things, all the preparations that I usually do to get ready for the holiday. There we go. So as I'm doing this, like I said, I was house decorating. I was trying to get my trees up because normally I like to have all of my decorating done before December 1st. And I'll get my cards all addressed before December 1st as well. And, you know, so they can be mailed out on December 1st. And it's just what I do. I kind of feel a little bit more in control that way. Yeah, honestly, if I can have my baking done and my decorations done and even most of my gifts bought before December 1st, then, you know, I feel a little bit more in control. I know that's my type A craziness coming out, but this is crazy Leanne we're talking about here. So that's just it's my thing. It's my thing. So there we go. Now we got our little gingerbread man covered on the back with dimensionals, and there he is. Isn't that cute? Now I'm going to pop up the little hands or behind the hands with some of these Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, and I'll do a little bit of trimming and add a few more pieces of this you know, Stampin' Up! Dimensional behind this snowflake. And then I will stick him down. So there we go. Isn't that cute? And it's got the stickles on there. And now I'm going to add my little wreath on this guy. Isn't that cute? This guy's getting the present. This one is getting this adorable little cardinal, right? He's got some glossy accents. And then these are all the different gnome ornaments that I made. And just so cute. And there's the back. See how nice and thick they are? Just super cute. Perfect for gifts, perfect for ornaments for your tree. And remember, Jaded Blossom brought out the girl MDF gnomes as well, so you can make some girl ones too. As soon as I get my hands on some, I'll probably be making some of those as well. But right now I just have the boy gnomes, so I'm cruising using the boy gnomes. There we go. Isn't that cute? So like I said, all of everything that I used will be listed on my blog, so you can check that out. And you know, you can use these any way you'd like. This is just the way I chose to use them. And I love how these turned out, like so cute. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog, be inspired by the team, the Jaded Blossom story, to get your hands on these amazing products. And thank you as always for watching my videos. I really appreciate it and hope to see you soon next time. Bye everybody.